of SWOLA 272. It's been a while, man. Are you guys ready? I'm fucking ready. Let's go. Hell yeah, baby! What's fucking up? Welcome to SWOLA with Ola 272, you little assholes. Holy shit, have you seen this little asshole of a guitar? It's our new VA 1.7 car candy apple red right there. You can see with the angle pickup right there. You're getting 27 frets with this little asshole. What's up? Welcome. Dude, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. It's good to see you guys. I'm just so incredibly tired after Namm. It was very intense. And I'm kind of still processing everything that happened at Namm. I mean, there was, obviously there was the show, and meeting a lot of people there. And then there was the after show, meeting a lot of people there. And then it was the Dimebash. Dude, I'm just so very tired. But the show was great. It was great to see all my amazing friends and new acquaintances as well. Also to be on that, playing that Dimebash thing and playing Pantera songs on Dimebag's personal guitars. Oh my God. I actually received a lot of questions from people asking what I was using during the Dimebash. So I made an adventure with Ola where I'm demonstrating what I use, basically. I'm giving a little bit of, sound examples and shit. So that's going to be later in the SWOLA, but right now we're heading into the news. And since Namm was happening and, a lot of music gear related news happened last week, I figured I would go through the ones that I saw was really cool and important for this year. Starting up with ESP guitars. I went to their booth. It was actually a closed booth, but I kind of went on there and like, hello, how do I get in here? I'm Ola! Englund! No, but we got in there. They let me in to go in there and shoot. And oh my God, ESP custom shop. Holy shit, man. They, Japan and the US, amazing looking guitars. Some of these guitars were fucking absolutely batshit insane. That was cool. That was cool. That was cool. Look at that. Dude, look at that. I mean, it's always all over the place. They make the sickest shit, man. And that's why I like it so much. So I absolutely believe that ESP kind of stole the show a little bit. I mean, Ibanez was there as well, and they had their Alpha series and the new yellow gem, which Pia gem, which was amazing, obviously. But ESP, man, so very, very impressive. The other really big thing and real piece of news was the Quad Cortex Mini that I have a video of. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it up here. And this is just an amazing piece of technology. And now that I've actually used it, I like it even more. And it's so small, and it's a Quad Cortex in smaller format. How can you not like that? Also, Neural DSP won, I think, brand of the year or product of the year at Namm. So congratulations to those guys. They won it because of the Quad Cortex Mini. So very, very cool. Another very, very cool product that I'm looking forward to try out myself is the new stuff that comes out from Synergy Amplifiers together with Friedman and Wampler pedals. They basically made a machine learning power amplifier. It's supposedly gonna sound exactly like a tube power amplifier. And Wampler released, where is it? The pedal head, which is supposedly gonna be like, it's D-class, you know, a power amplifier, but it's supposed to equivalent of 60 watt of tube amplification, and in a very, very small format. Now this is something I'd really like to try out to hear for myself, if this, you know, can it actually compete with a tube power amplifier? You know, I'm always skeptic about stuff like this, but they've said that they've done A/B tests and people can't hear a difference. It has me really intrigued. I'm curious though, I really want to try one out. If this is small like this and super lightweight and it goes next to your Quad Cortex Mini on a pedal board, I mean, holy shit. What a traveling rig right there. Friedman also released the IR Low, which has a lot more of extra features on it that I'm not necessarily into right now. I mean, for a studio, absolutely, it's an IR loader, so you can, you know, connect any amplifier to it, and it has the power amp in it. It has the power amp that is equivalent of 90 watt to power amp, and but it's just a little bit too much. This though, the pedal head, I want to try that out now. And something else I actually didn't see on the floor, but I read about it in hindsight, was that Blackstar is releasing something called the Beam Mini. You know, the small little asshole amplifiers that good practice amplifiers that you can put in your suitcase and you bring it on tour or whatever in the backstage. You know, there's plenty of these around and it's not anything new. But what Blackstar are doing is that they're launching the first small little amplifier like this, to natively support neural amp modeling, which I think is really cool. Neural amp modeling is basically capturing amplifiers or capturing whatever you want, open source, and to be able to get those capture into a small little thing like this, that means that I can basically practice you know, my set with my sound using this thing and then go up and actually use the real thing on stage. So I thought that was really cool. I mean, it's not gonna change my world. I just thought it was a really cool product that, you know, hello. So the amplifier that blew me away the most was this new Driftwood amplifier, the Atlas 180. It's Mark Lewis, famous producer. It's his signature amplifier. Mark Lewis produced and mixed the Feared Svart, the last kind of Feared album, and or latest Fear album, even though it's from 2017. He has a new amplifier. I tried it out at the Driftwood booth, and truth be told, this was the only amplifier I tried at the Namm floor because, you know, Namm is just busy, and this booth was a little bit at the side. It was perfect, man. So I got to try it out and it sounded fucking sick as hell. Incredibly tight, incredibly nice to play. And I can't wait to get me one of these. And so I can try it out here, you know, here at the Oficina La Ola. That guitar though was horrendous to sit with. It was terrible. It's one of those cream guitars thing. It looks cool, but it was a little tough to sit with. I mean, the audio is just the camera audio. You just have to trust me on this one. It sounded great there, okay? So yeah, those were the highlights at the Namm floor, obviously. But, you know, Namm is weird, you know, for me as an artist to go and participate on. If you're there as an artist, you can't really expect to move around very freely during, you know, the show hours, because there's just so many people around. So I try to go there early before, you know, opening. To catch everything, but at the same time, not everything is up because people take down their fucking guitars and shit. So for me as artist and YouTuber, it's a little bit tough to kind of cover Namm because there's a lot of things that kind of, you know, pull energy from you. And yeah, but I had a lot of fun, and obviously, Dimebash. Oh my God. Oh my God, man. Dimebash was insane. So that was the Namm news, but now we gotta talk about new Symphony X music. New Symphony X music is sounding amazing. Our fans will think it was worth the wait, says Mike LePond. Oh my God, I don't think I've been excited for anything this much my entire life. Hello. Well, that's a lie. But I am excited, okay? Well, we've been writing music for years now. New music, we just haven't had enough time to put it together yet, but we're getting closer and closer. I can tell you that I have heard all the new music and I think it's amazing sounding, and once we do put out our next record, we're working really hard on it. I really believe that our fans... Fuck yeah, man, I can't wait for that. In October, Romeo told Coffee... name in this article? Olaf Scholz, Englund. Okay, so they're quoting what Mike said when he was being interviewed by me. Hell yeah, dude. I cannot wait for another Symphony X album. You cannot as well. Can you say that? Can you say it like that? I don't know. Also, something that got released while I was gone at Namm was the new Megadeth album. It's out now. Dave Mustaine is sharing a couple of words about the cover they made of Ride the Lightning, because everyone is talking about the cover of Ride the Lightning of this album. You know, it's kind of become the focus of the album, which is a little bit weird, I would say. You got to do it as good as they do it, or better. So how do you do a song better than Metallica? Mustaine said the band focused on modernizing the track, speeding it up slightly, reinforcing the drum fill, putting slight shade on Lars von Ulrich, and reworking the solos. Guitar duties were split between Mustaine and Teemu Mentasari, with a nod to how Kirk Hammett originally approached the leads. Kirk was doing it the way that I was originally doing it. Beyond the musical details, Mustaine emphasized that recording Ride the Lightning was also about respect and closure. I wanted to pay my respects to James and Lars. Close the circle. All right, let's close the circle by listening to it. It's so loud, that's okay. It's so loud, how can I turn it down? I mean, production is fucking on point. Hell yeah. That was definitely a copy of Lars Ulrich's fill right there. It sounds like Ride the Lightning, but with Dave Mustaine on vocals. You know? Like a really, really good YouTube cover, but with Dave Mustaine on vocals, if that makes sense. Truth be told, it really does sound like a Megadeth song when you listen to those chugs for some reason. I don't know. Alright, I don't think you can listen to more, otherwise my video will be get demonetized. But I thought it was cool. I have yet to listen to the full album. The singles that I heard, like Let There Be Shred, I Don't Care, Tipping Point. So yeah, I have yet to fully listen to this album. I'm just catching up on shit, okay? Alright, great. New music from Megadeth, and my friends, that was the news.
Who's up there? You won't escape that way.
There it is, right there. So I'm back home in the office after a fantastic week in California. And obviously one of the high points was doing the Dimebash and playing Dimebag's guitars. If you haven't seen that video already, I mean, you should go do so. It was a very, very big and important opportunity for me. So meant a lot to me. But after I released that video, a lot of people were asking what I was using to get that amazing guitar tone. And while some of you already know what I was using, you know, I'm gonna show you right now. Took out the case. Basically, I was using the new Quad Cortex Mini and the captures I made for it. So sort of like designing a Dimebag tone using this and a tube power amplifier. Now, when I did initially make this preset that I was using, the rhythm and the lead preset, I was using and expecting to use a KSR power amplifier, you know, 606 power amplifier. But when I got there, they already had EVH amplifier. So I figured, you know, I'm just going to use the EVH as that are already plugged into the cabinets and all that, and use that as a power amplifier. Now, if you are aware of 5150s and how they kind of work in terms of power amplifiers and using stuff in the loop, there is a little bit of a problem with them. I mean, I wouldn't say it's a problem. It's more of a decision on how they decided to design their amplifiers. And usually when you have a power amplifier like this, you usually have a master volume. And most amplifiers out there, the master volume works post effects loop, after the effects loop. So if you will connect a Quad Cortex or a modeler or anything like that into an effects loop, you'll be able to use the master volume of the amplifier to go up and down in volume. But with 5150s, when you connect something into the effects loop return in an EVH 5150 or, you know, PV 5150, the volume will be full on, which means that the master volume is before the effects loop. That means when you connect something into the effects loop, the volume will be maxed out. It will be insane. You would have to go down on your modeler unit and turn that down. So that's a big difference from using a traditional power amplifier or a traditional guitar amplifier head. Also, the loop of the VH, it does sound very, very different from other loops. I much rather use a strict power amplifier like this for an occasion like this. So I'm gonna hook all of this up like I would be using it at the Dimebash, and I'm gonna demonstrate, and I'll record it with my stereo microphone. Hopefully it can get some sort of a good idea of the tone and all that. So, fun fact, I did bring this recorder with me to the Dimebash, and I'd be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna be able to record using these stereo microphones, connect my quad codecs into the direct input here, and be able to record the whole set perfectly. So I brought this on my pedal board. I had it like this. I had it like this on the pedal board so I can get some stereo going, and then, direct output from here into here. And I'll be able to record the whole show and get sort of like a better sound, or I'll at least be able to control my guitar tone. But as I got to the show, clicked record, it said on the screen, no SD card. Classic Ola Englund. I've forgotten to put in a memory card into this Zoom recorder. If you haven't seen the Zoom recorder, by the way, it's something I've been using on the Haunted shows as well, where I can record the room with these XI microphones right there in stereo, and then I had 2 inputs, and usually I do let Judas, our sound engineer guy, connect from the mixing desk into this thing, and I have some options to mix, so I'm gonna start by putting in a micro SD card, and that's just the most stupid thing, man. Like, one of the biggest moments of my life, getting to play Dimebash guitars, and I didn't fucking put a SD card in the recorder. I know. Another cool thing about this pedal board too is that, using the Quad Cortex Mini, all I have to do with the pedal board is change the power cable to a US one, and it will work in the US as well, or any other country. So I just bring a separate power cable for wherever I'm going. But since I'm in Europe, I'm going to use a European Swedish plug right now. That's pretty cool, because then I don't have to think about, power converting my shit. At least when you have a power amplifier. If I would go to the US, I would probably just rent a power amp or something like that there. That's for 110 volts or 120 volts. So that's pretty cool. I mean, technically I could have a smaller pedal board now, because a Quad Cortex would fit on this board together with this wireless right there. And the Quad Cortex Mini is just so small. There's the regular Quad Cortex right there. Maybe I can put the expression pedal on there now. I'll have to think about it. So the way I have it connected right now is that this send right there is going to the power amplifier that's up here that feeds the cabinet. But then I have the direct output going to my stereo microphone that's over here. And when I was playing Dimebash, I didn't utilize the direct at all, only the send that goes to the amplifier and cabinet. The idea was for me to record my direct tone in my stereo microphone using the direct output, the SD card. I didn't do that. So if you're wondering what you heard on the show, that was a stereo microphone on the camera. So not too bad of a sound, I would say, for just, something like that. Just taping my wireless back onto my strap. Let me see. So there you go. Tape it like that on the strap. All right, I think it's time for a dog break. Nämen hejsan! Oh, I get that feeling. Absolutely. Have you been sleeping? Have you been sleeping? Oh. Okay. Do you know that you're being filmed or something? Vet du att du håller på? Här då. Ja, du är cool, Leo. Du är cool. Hej på dig. Oh, you smell like fucking death in your mouth. What have you been eating? What have you been eating? Ooh. Alright. Break is over. Let's go. Also, something I didn't think about. Come here, I'll show you. When I was practicing this, setting up the tone, I was using my Dime Slime over there, which has a original Bill Lawrence pickup in it. You know, I set up my tone and all that. I had an overdrive engaged, which made it sound very like, you know, Dimebag-esque. But as soon as I plugged in the Southern Cross, you know, Dimebag Southern Cross, that had a Dimebucker in it, the sound was just completely over the top. So I had to disengage. There's an overdrive right there that I disengaged for the actual show. That was on when I set up the tone. So the sound was very different from when I set it up here to what I was actually using when I was there. I'm gonna let it be as it is right now, and then we're gonna see and check how it works and how it sounds. Also, I saw that Shure had a new wireless system going, but I didn't see it at Namm. Kind of want to try it out. If it has better latency, then I'm definitely interested. This is why I gotta stop throw out guitar picks. I don't have anyone left. The fuck am... Okay, let's just this. So now I've set up that thing so the direct signal cuts through. So basically all I have right now, which is the rhythm tone, is my Ola's Gentleman Relish capture that's available on the cloud, by the way, so you can download that. And that goes straight into the send, which goes to the Ampli cabinet. So it's basically, right now, it's just the initial gate, that capture, and the power amp. Sounds like this. It's a little bit more edge. Sounds pretty good. And then I have the lead tone. And right here it's basically an added delay, and that's it. And then I have the clean tone I use for cemetery gates. That's so out of tune. It's a little bit broken up. Kind of wanted that. And then for hard lines, I use this. So basically that's it. Let me shut off the overdrive for the rhythm again. And crank it. Oh yeah, this guitar is out of tune, but you know, you get the idea. So there you go. Let me see if that sounded good or not. I have absolutely no idea. So yeah, very happy of using this rig for the Dimebash. I had a couple of issues with not hearing myself, and it wasn't too loud for me. So you know, at the end of the day, it's just chaos, man. You just gotta endure and you know, make the best of it. But yeah, extremely stoked about that whole Dimebash thing, and hopefully I get to do it again. And also, dude, Attila, fucking incredible. Holy shit. He's the guy, man. I love Attila. And also, obviously, you know, playing with Charlie Benante, Roy Mayorga, and Tony Campos, and all these other guys, I mean, absolute pleasure and honor, obviously. So hell yeah, if you haven't seen the Dimebash video, click up here. Okay, good. Back to Olaf Scholz, Englund. All right, that's it for Sunday with Ola. 272 for you right there. If you haven't noticed, if you're American from the United States of America, we've on the SWOLA Guitars website, we have now introduced something called the USA Suite price, which has everything included in the price. So if you go to the SWOLA Guitars website to order a guitar, normally, you know, you would get tariffs and customs and shipping extras, toll imports and shit like that added on your purchase when you purchase something. I mean, this is sort of normal. It happens with every country, basically. But now, because of tariffs and shit like that, we've set up a sweet pricing thing where when you go to the website, you order a guitar, everything is included in the price. So absolutely zero surprises when the guitar gets to the US. You pay on the website and that's it. Everything's included. So that's a new little thing from SWOLAGuitars.com. You can buy merch like this from OlaEnglundShop.com. And hell yeah, man. And with that said, thank you so much for joining in today. It's been a pure pleasure to have you back at the Sunday. I mean, I skipped out on a couple of Sunday with Olas, and I'm probably going to skip out on a couple of more because I'm going to be incredibly busy this year. I hope you're okay with that. I'm going to have other content instead, you know, if that's okay. With that said, thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you have a great and amazing Sunday. See you very, very soon. Goodbye.